Taurus. So you have the Eight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and you have the Ten of Swords. So right now, if any one of you Taurus are kind of down about not having things romantically go your way, you really shouldn't be too down about that, because the Eight of Pentacles, you do have your friends to pick you up. If not, if your friends are not necessarily around, then you still have some sort of purpose or something for you to actually do that really does make things clear, right? Make things as clear as possible. And life makes sense because of it, right? So the thing is that the Justice and the Devil, ironic, the Justice and the Devil is about like whatever it is that you Taurus may have felt as you are trying to get to know these people, right? They have to feel it now. They have to feel caught up now, because if you were talking to anybody and they got you to feel like you were caught up, you were imprisoned, now they feel like that because you're not with them. But like it is that I said before, you have some great friends, and you have some great purpose. And because you have that, that's really a situation for you where you don't need them. And a lot of you Taurus are beginning to understand that you don't need them around, right? You did when you stopped talking to them, but even more so now, you don't need them. You don't need to have somebody constantly getting around you and trying to destroy you and get on your nerves. It's super disrespectful. You Taurus don't need that, right? With people like that who say that they got you, who needs enemies, you know? And the thing is that the Five of Cups is, yes, you wish that you would have took it back, and you wish that, things, you had more time and things could have changed for you. But at the same time, the Three of Pentacles represents, on the bright side though, now you know. And now you Taurus are looking at it with a fresh new pair of eyes, like, maybe things didn't necessarily work out between you and this person, but it was for a good reason why things didn't work out, because this person has had, that's my dog, this person has had some serious issues, and you didn't really find out properly until it was too late, until this person just left and stopped talking to you, stopped calling you, right? Or they started to show you these problems. So now a lot of you Taurus understand, like, oh, okay, this is something that they were trying to hide. Now you have the crazy part is you have the Justice and you have the Empress. Both of these are Libra. So there's very much so a very strong, a very Venus energy to this. You got Libra cards. I'm talking about Taurus. Taurus and Libra are both ruled by Venus. So there's a lot of Venus energy to this. With the Empress, this is you, right? This is most definitely you. The idea that you're looking for a new opportunity to start something with somebody else, because a lot of you Taurus are not going to allow somebody, right, who you just met or you met recently to be so disrespectful and act like they have so much power over you to get you to stop. Then the Two of Wands and the King of Wands is about, because you understood that they just wanted to get you upset and then stand back and then wild out and do all this other stuff, right? And do all this other stuff. So the thing about it is that the King of Wands is about how it is that this is again, ultimately, this is a situation where, you really, ultimately, you really in a situation where, you really need to understand that you do have options, like it is that I said before, and that you really don't need to be ripping and running around out here trying to get so caught up with the nonsense that other individuals have. Because at the end of the day, if they, they may feel bad about leaving you, but if they felt so bad, they shouldn't have done it in the first place. So let's clarify some of these cards now. Let's clarify the Empress. The Seven of Cups, King of Swords, the Hierophant, which is Taurus, and the Page of Wands. I see a lot of you, Taurus, very much so, not allowing really a whole lot to get you upset. The Seven of Cups and the King of Swords, all of these cards have some things in common, but all of these cards specifically have one thing in common. And all of those cards sequentially, right, are looking up. So this is about you, Taurus, looking for your own selves as guidance and knowing that you know already what it is that you have to do when somebody wants to play like they don't have any common sense. You leave them. You stop talking to them. You stop messing with them. And the thing is that the Hierophant and the Page of Wands represent, because you know it's the correct thing to do. You already know when this person is going to start nonsense. So a lot of you, Taurus, are looking at it from a perspective of you already know that. You already know that. So what is up with these individuals that... What is up with these individuals that feel that have this ideology that they could get you to be disrespected, and you have to sit there and take that? You Taurus know good and well that you're not going to stop enjoying your life, right? And like it is, and I said before, you have some great friends, and if this is not necessarily friends around you, and you are a loner, you have a lot of purpose to where it keeps you focused. Okay, let's clarify the King of Wands. So you have the Chariot, you have the Queen of Swords, you have the Magician, and you have the Empress. So you have the Empress again. So like it is, I said before, very strong Venus Libra energy, right? Venus energy in general. The King of Wands represents you being open to meet someone new. But the Chariot and the Queen of Swords is about, again, the opposition, though. It represents like you knowing what comes next when a person is giving you a difficult time, a hard time, but they're not necessarily trying to make it as easy on you as they should be doing. And then you have the Magician and the Empress, which is about, that it's time for you to leave at that point. You don't want to have anything to do with them. But when you leave, you Taurus need to understand, don't just necessarily leave, right? Thinking down. Leave, but with the perspective that, if your mind and your heart really wasn't in a correct place, they deserve for you, Taurus, to leave them. So they're really in a catch-22 at this point if you decide to leave. And this is something that you, Taurus, have to get up here. You have to understand that at the end of the day, if they decide to be disrespectful to you and whatnot, like it is, I said, you already know what it is that you have to do. So, and last but not least, let's clarify the Justice. The Fool, Emperor, Queen of Wands, and you have the Ace of Wands, right? To clarify the Justice. Yeah. Fool, the Emperor. You Taurus are very much so celebrating having this ability to even move forward instead of sitting there like you used to do, wondering about what happens if this individual decides to not mess with you anymore, right? Because a lot of you Taurus may have been self-conscious, asking yourselves, well, what happens if somebody decides to not rock with you? Then they decide to not rock with you. The Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands is about you just keep doing you. And like it is, I said before, they're getting everything that they deserve because that's how it is that they're panning their life out to be. Their life is like this. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel.